tranquility that has been provoked under the guise of departmental authorities. I want to say that most of the churches and Christian people all over Goa, they have been persecuted, they have been targeted unnecessarily. When we see some of the details in media, Facebook and everywhere, is very horrible. We were going through the news about SP yesterday, and we felt it very bad that a pastor, a priest who's been religious, who's been transforming criminals into the good citizens, he has been suggested by Honorable SP to send it to the 30 which is not very fair. We being citizens of India, it should be like we have to treat the law in a very noble way. Constitution of India provides us a very good democratic rights, fundamental rights to every citizen. When we are practicing, see, I'm not speaking only for Dominic or his wife. I'm speaking for all Goa Christian Federation. There's all Catholic churches and the Christian community at large. Today, they are trying to terminate or persecute Pastor Dominic and his wife. Tomorrow, everybody will do the same thing. Are we trying to hit out the minority, having elections to come forward, or what? When we've gone through the records of Pastor Dominic and John, all those cases, it's very evident that there is not a single evidence that they have found about the conversion. They have, in fact, they are very much edifying people of the society. So we are here to request to present an agitation before the Honorable Collectorate of Goa, North Goa, that's Dr. Geetev, to request her with a humble submission that to please intervene into this situation and stop all these criminal conspiracies against Christian churches at large. Today we found that the person or the pastor who has been suggested by the authoritative person, SP police, to send it to Tadipar without realizing his holy nature, without understanding the sentiments of people. It's very ridiculous. So we are asking with all humble requisition to the Honorable Collectorate of Goa to please intervene in this and stop agitation against our community, especially about this Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan, that is Pastor Joan or his wife. I would request the Honorable Collector to please cancel all those false complaints. They must see and verify what is the exact situation. They do not have any proper material against them. In fact, the High Court has already recommended them. Police have failed to submit the evidences. So I humbly request you, if you do not take it light, we will go for hunger strike. All before the collectorate and all over Goa and other parts of India. And you all would be responsible for all the consequences thereon. I'm not threatening it, but I'm trying to protest it before the public, and it is also a challenge to all people, not only Christians, all the minorities, that please be aware. Now this is the time to raise your voices against all the odds, against all these unlawful intervention of the police authority.
But Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan had gone before the Honorable High Court to quash the unlawful Section 144. Even though time had passed, the Honorable High Court of Bombay at Goa, in a landmark judgment, had struck it down, had quashed the order of the collectorate at that time, stating that there was no material whatsoever in front of them. And unfortunately, history is repeating itself. In blatant contempt of the order of the Honorable High Court, which stated that no material was there, that all of the complaints, all of those had been explained, there has been no conviction ever. And despite all of that, you find people are brought from Tamil Nadu and from everywhere, and they are made to come and give false testimony. What you find is that in every one of these cases, Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan are exonerated. Why? Because these are all false cases. We all know it. We all know that this happens at the time of the election. And the sad part of it is that these anti-national fundamentalist elements who hate the Constitution of India, who do not respect the fact that we are a constitutional, democratic, secular republic, is trying to create divisions where none exist. And the Honorable High Court, in its landmark judgment, had stated very clearly that the fundamental right to preach, practice and propagate religion of Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan was being trampled on. And that's why, even though the time had already gone by beyond that order, they squashed that order, stating that these rights would not be trampled. And that is why it is our appeal to all citizens of a democratic, secular republic like ours to come together. Because today they'll come for one person, tomorrow they will come for you. It is the time now to stand up, because we love our country. We believe in the Constitution of India, and all of these anti-national elements must be blotted out completely. It is they who are to be thrown out. It is they who have to have these proceedings. In fact, even with respect to this Tadipa that is being sought before by the Honorable SP, if you actually go through the act, okay, the definitions given are that of a habitual offender. Habitual offenders and gangs are those who have been already convicted.
True.
You would think after so many false cases, at least one conviction would be there, but none exists, because these are all false. And when the Honorable Court goes through them, time and time again, they find these are all just false, completely frivolous. It is the machinery of the state that is being blatantly misused. So it is our appeal to all the citizens of a free India who love our country and respect our constitution. Don't let these radical anti-national elements divide us in the name of religion. Let us all come together. Let us all unite. We are one people. We are one nation.
Absolutely. Yes.
And that is why it is very important that the Honorable Collector kindly listen to our submission and realize that just as that order was struck down because there was no material, even in this case, there is absolutely no material. We all believe in the law. We all believe in law and order. We are citizens who believe in our constitution and in our democracy. So it is our appeal to all citizens, let us come together. Let us not let these forces of hate, these right-wing terrorist outfits, come and divide us. They hate the constitution. They hate what our country stands for. Let us all show them that we are not like Pakistan, that our country is the greatest country because of all of the freedoms that it gives to all of its citizens, including, very importantly, the right to preach, practice and propagate their religion.
Yes, true.
The unlawful orders of the previous collector had been struck down by the Honorable High Court. All of the churches have come together. This is not one church here, right? If you see our representation,
See, that's what I
it is
say.
different churches coming together, Catholic, Protestant,
Yes.
all coming together. See, we may have our internal differences, but we are here under the Constitution. We all have the same right. No person can take away any right except it.
No, I really appreciate your question about the recognition. First, I would tell you the definition of the church. Lord Jesus Christ says, "Where two or three shall gather in my name, I am in the midst." That is the church. Whether it is in garden or wherever they are, they don't need. But yeah, looking at the legal perspectives, he is registered. He is affiliated to a very good international organization, the Indian Registration Act. He is already registered under the Society Act. It is registered. We are, that's what I say, we are very much Indian. We are not doing anything illegal, since I have found all his documents and all. He is affiliated to Government of Goa Society, Registration Act. He is affiliated to some of the organization from Maharashtra.
So you asked about the church, because we are not from the same church. We are all from different churches here. I'm not a member of
This is
Five
Goa
Pillars.
Christian Federation that includes all churches, Catholic, Pentecostal, believers, everyone.
From not just one community, one church. It is from the Catholic community, the Protestant community.
We all are together.
Different, diverse
All different.
communities have come together. This is not one church. Because today they may be targeting Pastor Dominic and Sister Joan, but tomorrow they will come for everybody. And it's not just about Christians today, it is about each and every religion. All of this is happening only at the time of the election. You see, so many other problems are there. You have law and order problems elsewhere. But instead of catching real criminals, dacoits and thieves, this is what the machinery of the state is being misused for. See, all of these authorities, they are here appointed as per law to serve the people of India. We are not here as some beggars. We are the ones, it is we the people of India who have given ourselves this constitution. And no authority can go beyond the law. So we appeal to all the authorities, support the law. We are not saying join us because we are right. We are saying join us because we stand for the law. And we will be vindicated as per the law. Go by the law, go by the constitution, and you will find that all of the people who are trying to go against it, they are the ones whom you have to throw out. You're trying to throw away law abiding citizens. It is nobody's case that Pastor Dominic, Sister Joan, any of them are members of some violent gang. Right? You're going after priests, pastors. What sort of country do you see us becoming? We believe in the Constitution.
And more humiliation is that they're arresting these heart patients at night, 3:30 night, right? Without any investigation. Had somebody filed a complaint, what is the legal procedure? They would have at least gone through the complaint. They have studied it. They would have called for the Panchanama, and then we are there now. Your people are peaceful manners. So he would have surrendered. He will not run away from the city or the nation.